Folks, welcome to Clash of the Podcast, episode 177 on a beautiful Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. I am Conrad Cushman representing Everything Pro Wrestling, usually joined by Sean Hubbard of Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, HW Weekly for those that don't know. We have a special planned episode for you today. Right now, rolling solo dolo. You know how it's got to go. We're going to talk about the state of WWE, giving my thoughts on it and just where we are with everything right now. There's a lot happening behind the scenes, on the camera, new shows, new roster, new everything. So it's going to be interesting to see where things are going with that. We're also going to be talking a little TNA Impact debut on AMC. Thoughts on that, and Genesis just happened as well. Give you my experience from how I thought things went. Bear with me. Show intro is it can be a little rough at times, trying to get everything back together and trying to do everything the right way. So it's weird because usually when I have Sean here, Sean drops a famous line on me. And I can't lie to you guys, man. It's been pretty difficult trying to run this thing. Usually I have guests, but don't have any this week. So if I could just remember that one time, all the time famous line, it would definitely help.
Conrad, drop that thing. Yeah.
He's back. He's back. What's good, Sean, man? Welcome back to the creation that you helped co-create with me here. Welcome back to Clash, man. Hopefully we did an honest job for you while you were out.
Nah, you did a fantastic job. You know what I'm saying? Between you, DJ, Malik. Yo, Conrad, you're a true professional. It feels so good to be back, man. It's a blessing. The chat reached out to me, DMs, Twitter, you know what I'm saying? A couple of text messages. Obviously, you've been checking on me. I appreciate you, my brother. Yo, it's good to be back, man. It's good to be back and just in the nick of time because WWE's getting on my nerves. But of course, happy Martin Luther King Day. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King is one of my heroes. And this is a very appropriate time for me to make my return, man. You know what I'm saying? With my brother Conrad on a day that, a platform we wouldn't even have if it wasn't for somebody like Dr. King. So let's do it.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Someone in the Discord sent a message to me, and I won't reveal their name or their username or anything just to be polite, but they wrote how it was encouraging to see brothers just talking about wrestling, like doing the podcasting, because you don't see that often. And it made me feel really good to get that message. When there's times when you're down and out, like you get one of those, and it's like, that's a great pick-me-up. Look at this. The super chats are rolling in. Joel with the $2 super chat, man. Welcome. He said the boys are back in town. What is good, Joel? Appreciate you. Hope things are well, my friend. Definitely got to get with you. And I saw your other thing. I'll address it here momentarily, I think. Clown in the house, man.
Crazy, 1-3-Z, 4-2-Z in the building.
Says, afternoon, everyone. Congratulations to KJ Orso, who channeled his inner Rick Rude, showing up for TNA Genesis, then driving over to GCW and beating Effie. Yeah, I'm happy for KJ Orso. For those that don't know, little Fuego without the mask now. So he is trying to take a new character on. So I'm happy to see that. We got Sir Quills in the house.
Quilly.
He said, what up, Conrad, Sean, and chat? Your boy, Sir Quills, is back to enjoy my two favorite bros, CJ and Hubbs, for episode 177 of the best wrestling podcast out today, Clash of the By God podcast. Hashtag EPW, hashtag HWW. Thank you, Quills. Ray Thompson said, happy Monday, guys. Hope everyone had a good weekend.
Ray,
it was there, brother. It was rough for me. Rough weekend. Vinny.
The only Vinny we like.
He's 2-0 in flag football, he says. Won 54-6. Jeez Louise. Had 3 sacks. God is good. God bless y'all, man. Appreciate you,
God
Vinny.
bless you too, man.
Thank you. The top gaijin in EPW and HWW land, Matt Lopez, aka
Leezy Fo Sheezy. He says, hello, good evening, everyone. Hope you had a great weekend. Let's kick the week off right with the two Aces of our pro wrestling community. Happy MLK Day. Same to you, Matt. Appreciate you.
Yeah, we always got love for Matt Lopez, man. He's talking about the Royal Rumble on Saturday. So it looks like someone told WWE it started today and they started promoting it. Yeah. Friday they started, but it was just like, what is happening?
Pathetic build-up.
He also gives congratulations to Jordan Oliver and Alec Price on signing with AEW and the Rascals too. Best wishes to Trey Miguel. We're going to talk a little bit about all that, man. And he says, hope everyone voted for the EPW Awards tomorrow, 7 p.m. I have not even looked at the results yet. I have not even voted myself because I was struggling for one category.
I voted.
I voted. You were probably more prepared than me with notes because I was like, I can't pick. Here's the House of Torture winning. Don't make me get mad. I've only got mad one time at the people when they voted for something, and it was that Cody, Seth Rollins, Hell in a Cell match that got match of the year. And I was like, are you kidding me? That was the best match this year. I was mad. We had dog collar matches with FTR and the Briscoes, and we gave it up to that match.
Crazy.
And I'm hoping the best for Hobbs as well. We are going to get into it. Me and Sean started talking. I thought we were doing a pod on the phone almost when we were talking. Felt good. Miracle. Oh, I got to hear it one time.
I'm searching for a miracle. Believe the impossible. What up, man?
He said, what up to my favorite podcast tag team, Conrad and Sean. As always, looking forward to discussing some wrestling with you in the chat. Love it, man. Sure. Cactus in the house. What's good, man? My XGW brethren. Thank you, Cactus. Good day, family. How y'all is? Doing good, sir.
Chilling. Healing up nicely. Thank God.
Joel,
what up?
He said, did you see McDermott going to the Steelers? Hope you had a good weekend. It was a good weekend, but yeah. Football-wise, it was not a good weekend.
And McDermott's going to the Steelers? I got the news that he got fired from the Bills, but he already got picked up by the Steelers?
I don't know if that's official.
Oh, okay.
Someone to definitely let me know if that's an official thing. But if so, I mean, good for him. That would be a good landing spot for him, I think, to at least try to figure out stuff and get to redoing stuff. T-Ferg said, what's good? Hope all is well with Hubbs. Look at that. Happy MLK Day. Let's continue to strive with peace and love. T-Ferg.
Appreciate you, man.
Can't say it better than that, dude.
Appreciate you so much.
And then must be where everybody saw that you were back. Welcome back. Doug said, oh, you got me.
We're having some fun, man. We planned this one from earlier. When I officially told Conrad earlier this week that I was cleared to come back, we kind of plotted on you guys to make it a little bit fun for you guys. Sean's still not here, and all of a sudden, Conrad dropped that thing.
Blood out. Jocelyn's back, evening all, still resting, and lungs are healing. I hope you are getting well, Jocelyn. Thinking of you.
Wow. Feel better, Jay.
Yeah. Walked to the Dollar General and was winded. Heal up, please. BJ. Thank you, good sir. He said, yeah. Welcome back, Sean. I just sent a message of the hot tag was needed, but I'm thrilled that it wasn't. Glad to see you back.
Yo, BJ, appreciate you, man. You did a great job.
Always appreciate you, Beach. Thank you, Joel, saying happy MLK Day.
Yes.
Cactus doing his JR impression.
I like it, Cactus. I like it.
Doug had to come back another Monday, another clash. Conrad, Sean, chat, teach me. Look at it, man.
Hey, feels good.
Jocelyn, I know you're happy tonight. Go IU. I don't really care if they win, but got to support the home team.
Well, I mean, this is huge. I mean, you talk about from worst to 2 years ago, Indiana football was nothing. Now, 1 year after that, they're in the playoff, and 2 years after that, they're on the verge of going 16-0 and winning a championship. This is nuts.
What about your team? Big coach signing over there. Now, I don't know if it's official, pen to paper. I sent you something earlier about that. Like, I don't know if it's
I believe it is.
Official.
I believe it is pen to paper at this point. It wasn't when it was originally introduced, but yes, we do have John Harbaugh, which is a huge deal. I think the New York Giants. Look, impartial. No, I'm partial. I love the Giants, but I'm trying to be as even keeled. I think the New York Giants are a talented football team on paper, and I think that leadership has been a problem. I mean, we're bringing in a world championship coach. That can't hurt. That's all I know.
I think you guys. I'll make a prediction now. I say give him 2 years, and I think you guys will be proper playoff ready.
I hear that. On a side note, though, the New York Knicks are pathetic. I love the Knicks.
The losing streak.
Yeah, they've lost 8 out of their last 10. And hold on a second right now. Hold on a second. They are losing as we speak to the Dallas Mavericks with no PJ, no Kyrie, no AD, and the score at halftime is 75-47. They're getting mollywopped. It's like the Knicks. I don't know what's going on with them. It's like they've given up or something. This is weird.
Okay.
Ever since we won the cup, it's been like
different ball.
It's really. Yo, let me say it again, Conrad, because I don't even think that resonated in your spirit, bro. 75-47 to the Mavericks. We're losing by 28 points at home.
In the day and age of threes, nothing surprises me.
Yeah, but we're in trouble. I'm having some bad. This is a bad situation.
Yeah, they gotta figure out something.
They're booing us. They're booing us.
Yeah. Yeah. BJ said Cody won with a broken freaking pec. Get out of here. Joel said no, just assuming, just football talk right now going around. Okay. And Matt said, don't get me started about the Knicks.
Carmelo Anthony looks like he's in shock right now on the NBC broadcast. This is ridiculous.
It is true. And we are here to talk a little pro wrestling with you guys. Thank you so much, man. Hit that like button if you will. That's a great way to support us and help out. Leaving comments after is a great way to help us out. Subscribing to all of our channels. All of that stuff's in the description. Checking out the Discord. Like I said, EPW Awards is pinned to the top of this the chat right now. So if you guys want to get it in, I'm probably going to try and close it at 11. So, yeah, make sure, man. Rob said, love you, Hubbs, but I'm always booing the Knicks. Yeah,
I love you too, my guy, and I'm not even mad at you. I love my Knicks. If I didn't love my Knicks as much as I do, I'd be booing them too.
Yeah. Now that football's over, is Pat McAfee going to return? We'll see. I don't know.
I would think so. He usually turns around
I just don't think you can keep doing that, though, where you insert Pat. Pat has to be the third guy then, where he like goes and comes and goes. Like, you can't just have him.
I will say this. I doubt he returns in Saudi Arabia.
No, I don't think so.
Right.
For sure. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. And one of the most intriguing things. Oh, hold on. I wasn't done chilling. What am I doing? Go to Threadless if you guys want to get some of Hubbs merch. He's got some really good stuff over there. So make sure you guys are over there typing in HW Weekly. And you guys should be able to get all of these. We've got some good gear also up on TeePublic and Bonfire. Make sure you guys go and grab your merch, just showing off the logos and some of the stuff that you can get. And older designs are still on there as well.
And I'm a witness that the TeePublic numbers. Pull your stuff up one more time, Conrad.
Yeah.
Those numbers are incorrect because I personally have bought one, and I know other people have bought one. So those sold numbers are very incorrect. Conrad,
this is when I first uploaded them.
Oh, I'm about to say that's just not right. Okay, good.
Yeah. So we're good on that note. But before we get into all of this, I have been very intrigued to get Sean's and the chat's thoughts on some of the stuff that's been happening. Sean more so because me and BJ were talking about certain things. Me and Malik were talking certain things. Shout out to Malik as well for filling in. And I wanted to know Sean's thoughts on some of these things because everyone thinks differently, but there is only one Sean Hubbard when it comes to like creativity in pro wrestling and how he feels. It's what brings a uniqueness to this show. So I'm very interested, and I'm sure we can get into anything and everything with this one, man. And hey, Tigar, I see you in the chat, man. Thank you for joining us, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Let's get into it, man. Let's go. Who do we want to talk about first? I got Punk or Jericho up here. I mean,
look, we can talk about the world champion first. I've been watching. Obviously I've been in pain, but since the pain has subsided a little bit, I've been able to catch up. I think CM Punk's doing a good job. I think he's even doing a better job than Jey Uso did as the world heavyweight champion on Raw. I think that he's shown himself to be viable. I think he's shown himself to be a crowd favorite, somebody that the people can get behind. I love the title defense against Finn Balor earlier. It's a good mechanism to start the babyface turn for Finn Balor.
Raw just went off the air, by the way, if you're wondering, like, how does Sean know this already? I know some people may not watch till 8, but
Right. Also a big up shout out to CM Punk with the successful title defense, because I haven't been on the air since then with Braun Breaker. I think that CM Punk has done his thing. I just think that we have a concern when it comes to the other world championship. Well, actually, I take that back. That worry has gone away, because all is right with the world on SmackDown, at least.
Well, and I kind of got this separated oddly. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna juggle some things around, and I'm going to try to keep this like Raw side and SmackDown side.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that'll make things a little bit easier for that stuff. Moving forward, the Vision. How are you feeling about like this group as a whole, Sean? Like, I mean, Theory stuff was still relatively new. We're into it now, and Braun Breaker's suspended currently. Heyman's doing a lot of the talking. Logan Paul's buddying up with Heyman, like walking down with his arm around him. I don't know if I'm feeling this group. Like, I don't know how you feel.
I'm gonna keep it a stack. I don't like it at all. I think Seth Rollins' Vision was somewhat entertaining, because Seth Rollins is entertaining. I know we disagree on that, but the Paul Heyman / Braun Breaker led Vision, to me, is a flop. I think that Austin Theory's return has been a flop. I think that Logan Paul, as popular as he may be on social media, I think Logan Paul being a member of the group is a flop. And I also think that Bronson Reed is a flop, not because he's not good, but because they refuse to give him a microphone and let him cook. So at the end of the day, I think this group is falling flat on its face.
I think what the group is missing is something that Seth. So here's the weird thing. I criticize Seth more so for his character choices, less so what he brings to the table. Mm-hmm. What brought to the table was star power. I think that's what's missing from the group, because you have a lot of unprovenness in the group, and you're like waiting for something to happen. And Austin Theory's in this group to eat pins. I'm convinced tonight. If you saw their match, the trios match.
Of course. I mean, look, at the end of the day, though, think about it, bro. Like, Austin Theory, since he was Jesse, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate the prayers, man. God is working. Think about it. These last few weeks since the reveal of Austin being the masked man, what has he done? Nothing. He's done absolutely nothing. I mean, since
it's nothing. He says he knows you.
He says he knows you. It's been pathetic. Like, it's a complete flop. He might as well go back and team up with Grayson Waller again. Matter of fact, Grayson Waller is talking more on TV than Austin Theory is.
Yeah. I don't know if this is some long-term plan that they have for him, but it'll make things interesting. Bronson Reed's still sitting there with the LA Knight injury, so he's kind of stuck in like a weird like holding pattern. We're gonna have to see what happens. Let's see here. Tigar Laga has a question for us. Now the question is, if Finn Balor turns face, who turns face within the women? Because I feel at one point Roxanne Perez, Raquel, and Liv Morgan will feud eventually.
Well, Raquel's going to be the one to turn babyface, because Roxanne and Liv are going to turn on Raquel. Big Mommy Cool is going to end up being the babyface and feuding with Liv and Roxanne. When that happens, I don't know. I think the Finn turn is going to happen sooner.
Yeah. It was tonight was too good. It felt right. When I heard that theme, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Like instantly, I was like, this is the right move. This is what we needed. He also brought up when The Rock started the "You are a blankety blank hole" chant to Theory a few years ago. Well, looking at the Vision now, that chant can be directed at the stable right now. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Vision. I mean, we're blinded to it right now.
Yeah. It looks like the chat's agreeing with you on it too. Austin Theory is on the eat the pin diet. All the L's are building up Theory. Yeah.
On game, I'm just saying, bro. Like, and I feel bad for Austin Theory. But again, think of it. And I'm not even. I challenge you, Conrad and chat. What has Austin Theory done since the reveal?
Not much. He still wrestles the same. Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed.
He just cut his hair. Okay.
At this point, my very bold, outlandish prediction that Austin Theory is the mole for Seth Rollins. Now it's like almost it has to happen now for it to be entertaining. Like there has
to be positive for him,
right? For it to turn around and be something good. it's almost now it's mandatory. Like, he better be Seth Rollins' mole. He better.
Yeah. They got to figure out what they want to do. How do I want to do this? You know what? I'm going to save this person for last. AJ Styles, Sean. It looks like he may be on the brink of retirement.
I don't think so. Go ahead, Conrad.
Well, he's facing off against Gunther at the Royal Rumble now, I believe it is. Career is on the line. Gunther said he would only face him if the career is on the line. And Gunther also declared himself for the Royal Rumble as well.
Yes, sir.
So you don't think it's over for AJ at this point?
No, there's no way that they would go about announcing, or AJ Styles would go about announcing that 2026 is his final year.
That's a trend, by the way, right now.
Exactly. That's why I'm thinking about it. I've seen it everywhere. I was a menace in 2026, by the way. Good God. Anyway, I was a menace. There's no way they would announce that his retirement is 2026 and then have him be gone by January. That doesn't make any sense. I think we're on the verge of seeing a big time AJ Styles victory at the Royal Rumble.
Man, but you would squander all the Gunther heat, right? Like,
not going to squander the Gunther heat if he comes back to win the Royal Rumble.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm back.
We'll have to see what happens with Gunther and AJ. That remains a mystery. Sean, we got new tag champs in the Usos. It seems like the New Day are looking for them, trying to get this match, and they keep being met with a holding pattern. But Jey Uso has declared himself for the Royal Rumble. I don't know what that means for Jimmy. I wasn't clear if he declared for both of them or just him. But how do you feel about their positioning now? He is in a tag team, but he still remains just as over, I would say, with the crowd in the buildings.
Do I have permission to call out other podcasters on our platform, Conrad? I'm coming to you as
wait, are you naming them, or are you going to talk
I'm gonna name them. I'm gonna name one particularly.
Oh Lord, let me go ahead. You can say your stuff, man.
Santi or Santi or whatever your name is, Santi. I'm sick of you. You make me sick. And anybody who thinks like you makes me sick. I am so sick and tired of hearing people like Santi and other people talk about how Jey Uso went from being the world champion to having a backstage segment with Otis. Shut up. Just shut up. It's nothing but pure hatred. And to answer your question, Conrad, Jey Uso is just as over as he was when he won the world championship. He is not the greatest catch-can wrestler in the history of the business. Nobody said he was. But I am so sick of hearing people hate on this guy. I've been sitting back at home with my broken wrist, watching and listening on the internet while people continue to dog this guy, Santi being the ringleader. That's why we shouldn't have people who are dumb be in positions of popularity, because when people who are dumb are in positions of popularity, they say stupid stuff, and then all their minions start following behind them. Have a mind of your own, grow up, look around, and see that Jey Uso is still a very over character. I'm done, Conrad. You can stop sweating now. Now, with that being said, I like what I heard today. Today was the first time I liked what I heard, because Michael Cole planted a seed. I don't know if you heard that seed that was planted. Michael Cole planted a seed. Right before the segment ended, when Jey Uso said 4 letters, 4 letters, 1 word, eat. Michael Cole said, I thought Jey Uso was supposed to check with Jimmy before he made decisions like this. A seed has been planted. It's going to be a situation where Jey and Jimmy have a falling out. Should it lead to another WrestleMania match? I hope not. I certainly hope not. But a seed has been planted for a storyline here. And those sprouts from that seed could lead to anything. It could lead to Jimmy versus Jey. I hope not. It could lead to Jimmy and Jey having a disagreement that Roman Reigns has to come back and settle. That's what I'm hoping for. It could call for other opinions like Sami Zayn's or Solo Sikoa's. I know it's outlandish. I know it's out there. But either way, there is an end to this road. Jey Uso is just as popular as he's ever been. There is a chance he's going to still turn heel, but there's also a chance that Jimmy turns heel. What if Jimmy is jealous of Jey Uso? Has anybody ever thought about this? And I'm not going to go off on a Jey tangent, but it's been a couple weeks. Let me live. Has anybody ever thought about this, chat, Conrad? Are the Usos back together?
Kind of.
Are the Usos the World Tag Team Champions?
Yes.
Why are they still coming out to Jey Uso's music?
It's over. I mean, to be honest, because you would squander it unless maybe you could change the lyrics to like, it's just us, Us, but.
Well, okay, that's my point. Thank you. This is why you're the best in the business, Conrad. At the end of the day, Jimmy Uso has a gripe. And you're talking to a Jey Uso fan, but I'm also a Jimmy Uso fan as well. It's all about Jey right now. And they're the World Tag Team Champions. Jimmy Uso should be upset. Jimmy Uso should be angry. And that would lead to a good storyline. So I'm fine with this current situation. I think they need to make it a little less muddled because it does seem like they're a tag team, but not a tag team at the same time. But at the same time, let's use our heads, people. Jimmy is at home with his pregnant wife. It's not that big of it. It's not that hard to figure out. Not to be Einstein to figure it out. Just let him cook. That's what I have to say about Jey Uso.
I'm interested to see where it goes. To me, you have a few choices for what I think that you should do with the Usos going into Mania. You either put the Lucha Bros together and have the Usos versus Lucha Bros like a dream match style, or you go with like a four-corner tag or whatever you want to call it, and it's like the Usos, the New Day, Lucha Bros, and maybe one other team, whoever you could fit in there. And maybe the Hardys you call up from TNA as a surprise. There you go. And then do a four-way, decide whoever you want to push, and they're going to win. I'd probably say the Lucha Bros win if it's not the Usos, and then you keep things moving. But I don't know. That's just how I feel about it.
Since when? My problem is this, Conrad, not with you, because you have a level head. Since when is having multiple avenues a problem? Avenues such as they are the World Tag Team Champions and can stay the World Tag Team Champions. They can break up. They can turn on each other. They can team with other people. They still have reactions from the fans. Why is this a bad thing?
It shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. Yeah, but I was glad to get those thoughts. I was interested in it because I know we had talked about like Punk's radio or podcast appearance. I don't know what it was he was on, but we had listened to that, and it was interesting that he kind of like stuck up for Jey. And I know some people were mad at it. Listen, I got people who say the opposite of you too, Sean, when it comes to Jey, like, nah, we can't be doing this no more. I hear both sides of it, and I think there are valid things to say on both sides as long as people are talking truths of, look, he's over in front of these people. Like that, to me, that's something that can't, if you say opposite, I'm like, that's not true. Like
Conrad Cushman, and by the way, I know you miss people calling you by your first and last name. Conrad Cushman, I'm just sick of the double standard and the hypocrisy. That's my issue. Matter of fact, let me ask you a question. Have you ever, in the history of me creating the Jey Uso bandwagon, chat, yes or no, have you ever heard me say that Jey Uso is a fantastic in-ring talent? I'm asking you a question.
Oh, you want me to answer? I'll say no. I'll say no.
The answer is no. I've never said that because it's not true. But my secondary question is Jey Uso the first, only ever world championship talent or world championship contender? Thank you, M. Leezy. To not have a great moveset?
No, there's plenty of people.
There's plenty of them. So where is this outrage coming? Oh, I can't stand Jey Uso. Jey Uso makes me sick. Hulk Hogan put his hand to his ear for 30 years. 30 years. Why is that okay? And Jey Uso going like this is a problem. It's straight hypocrisy.
Conrad's bigger problem is that we need to do hand gestures to get over. It's like a thing.
No, that's why I don't want you to give up on this. Let's stay with this for another couple seconds. I need you to help me understand, because you're going to come at me with a logical and reasonable reason, even if you disagree. What's the difference between going like this for 20 minutes, or going like this for 20 minutes, or saying woo for 20 minutes, or saying what for 20 minutes? What's the difference?
To me, it depends on when you're going to say them and who and what it hurts. But yeah, it just depends.
No, I need more from you, Conrad. I'm asking you for some in-depth analysis.
You heard how I felt about the War Games one. Do you want to know when it hurt people with
Conrad? I want you to give it to me, brother.
Okay, let's go back to Hulk Hogan because that's the easiest one. The ear thing. Hogan must pose started hurting other people where it was like they didn't believe anyone else could main event. Like that's a problem, bro. And I get it. Like, oh, he got over, so he's supposed to not get over. Yes, but you can also press the brakes on someone sometimes too. They felt every show had to end like Hogan has to pose because we got to send the people home happy. And I'm just like, you don't have to do that though. You could have the $1 Billion Man and Andre beat up Hulk Hogan one time, and
you're saying that's what's happening with Jey Uso?
No, I'm saying that where you place things and how you do things, that's probably where the criticism is coming from other people. Like, oh, this wasn't the time for that. Oh, I'm mad at this show. Here he comes. You know what I mean? Like people get mad at like silly things.
It sounds to me like I'm not going to go there this time. I promise you I'm not going there this time because I'm back. I'm feeling good. You're feeling good. I don't want to make you sweat any more than I already have. It sounds like more than wrestling to me, Conrad. It sounds like more than wrestling to me. Because that's hate, bro. That's hate.
I will tell you, I do think sometimes with some people, I think it's a you problem versus a what it is. But
let's move on, brother. I just wanted because I'm confused, bro. I'm confused about what the difference is. You just gave me some lots. Okay, maybe eating during War Games wasn't the best idea, but you know what? It looked like the fans enjoyed it.
For sure. Let's go back into Stephanie Vaquer. It looks like she's injured and in a walking boot right now, Sean. I mean, you know about playing injured right now, and it looks like she is as well. Any thoughts on that and what they're doing with her at the current moment with the World Championship?
If I had to give you an educated guess, Conrad Cushman, I would say they're biding time. I think that they're trying to figure out the severity of her injury and seeing if we can wait this thing out to get her to a title defense. I do believe her injury is legitimate. I do not think it's to the point where she can no longer wrestle. I just think it's to the point where she cannot wrestle right now. And I think they're trying to figure out how long she's going to be out before they have to make a decision.
I can agree with that. I would not be upset with what they're doing with that. Let's jump over here to the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Becky Lynch, been in a feud with Maxine Dupree. They just did this whole like Natalya heel turn thing, which I think is probably good for Maxine's purposes to get her back in the ring with Natty. But are you entertained with Becky? Or I'm kind of like, let's just get to the AJ Lee match. Like I feel like we're dragging this thing out. It's been since September. Like get to the match if you're doing it.
I love Becky for what she's doing with the Intercontinental Champ. I think she's making the Intercontinental Champion the most relevant it's been since its incarnation, which I think is tremendous for the women's division. I think she's made Maxine Dupree a star, and I think it's up to Maxine Dupree to be able to figure out and be able to earn keeping that status as a star. But Becky Lynch has done her part. Becky Lynch has set Maxine up to be a star. And now we have to see what this Natalya feud is going to go, and if Maxine can get back into a position of being relevant.
I think she threw out a life raft to her, and it was like, look, people probably thought you were drowning. Now they see something in you. Make the best of it. You have. That being said,
there's other people who I wish that could have had that opportunity as well. Nothing against Maxine, but you talk about people like, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. Mia Yim. And who else?
You were getting close to the meme.
Yeah. There's a few people, but at the same time, like I have nothing against Maxine Dupree, and I think she did well. But it's not now. It's the rubber's going to meet the road now. Now we got to see how she's going to do moving forward. Now that she's got that Becky rub.
True that. What about the new women's tag team champions, Io and Rhea Ripley? And I love that Liv Morgan is playing into like, yeah, she turned on me too. We were women's tag team champions too. And I was like, yo, this is a valid complaint. Like, yeah, Rhea did turn on her. So she was like, she's going to use you and get tired of you too. So.
Well, to me, there's only one reasonable ending to this storyline that would make my head turn, Conrad Cushman's head turn, the chat's head turn, the world's head turn. I want to see Io Sky turn on Rhea Ripley. I want to see her turn on Rhea Ripley because I believe at this point Rhea Ripley deserves to be turned on. When has Rhea Ripley ever got her comeuppance? She's gotten her comeuppance a little bit from Liv Morgan with the Revenge Tour, but then she eventually came back and won the title back on the first Raw of 2024 or 25.
Sean, since that night in Buffalo where they did the title switch, where they put the belt on Io, Rhea Ripley has not been the same. She's been in a pattern for like a year, bro. I'm like, what are we doing with her? Like, what's going on?
It's like she's treading water. I agree.
Yeah, and I thought she was one of the more popular people on the brand. So
she's still popular. But the problem is she's going in a weird direction. And this tag team championship stuff seems like a little bit of a backward step. But I would love to see Io turn on her. I think that would be very beneficial for both characters. I think we need a refreshing of Rhea Ripley. And I think we need a little bit of a reinvigoration of, reinvigoration of Io Sky. Because at this point, I'm tired of seeing Rhea Ripley and Io Sky hug. I'm tired of it. Like, it's getting corny now. It's like all she does is hug, and it's like Rhea Ripley is her big sister, and she's her protector. Io Sky's one of the most dangerous women on the planet. It's time for her to start acting like it.
Yeah. And Matt seems to be agreeing with you. He says Io could be a good heel, but they won't turn her. We'll see. I still think that Rhea Ripley and her are going to end up in the final of the Rumble. They announced that they were going to be in it as well. And last but not least, Roman Reigns. I'm putting him on the Raw side of things. I know he can probably go wherever he wants, but seems like a Raw guy at this point. Any hopes? Like, Roman's kind of just out there too. Like, he's just, okay, here, do this for now. Glad we got you here. Thanks. I know they don't want to put the title on him probably because they're going to be in a bind then. If you do that, he's never around, but
my prediction when it comes to the Royal Rumble, and we'll get into more vivid Royal Rumble predictions next week, because I believe Royal Rumble is next Saturday, and this Saturday's main event.
Yeah.
My prediction about the winner of the Men's Royal Rumble, which is, by the way, Roman Reigns, is indicative of where WWE is right now. Everything you just talked about. The fact that Roman Reigns will not be around. Roman Reigns will be a part-time attraction in the World Wrestling Entertainment brand. I understand that. I understand the risk that's involved by putting a championship belt around a man's waist that has that kind of schedule. My question is, can you say with assurance, can you say with a vehement, how do I put this, a vehement belief that there's anybody in the entire World Wrestling Federation landscape, World Wrestling Entertainment landscape, that has more star power than Roman Reigns? Not anybody you can say with 100% sure. You can say maybe, but there's nobody you can say yes, definitely they have more star power than Roman Reigns.
Can we talk reports for a second?
Sure.
At least dealing with him. Everyone, me included, thought Roman and Cody's the match, and according to some people, they say that that's off the table now. I don't know if that's can't decide a winner. Don't know how we're going to move forward. This guy's got the juice, but this guy does too when he's here, but he's not here. It looks like they're moving away from that match, and I'm left wondering, well, what are we doing then?
Well, my question is this: does anybody want to see, outside of a rabid Cody Rhodes fan, does anybody want to see Cody Rhodes win the Royal Rumble for a third time? I certainly don't.
I think it's a mistake.
I think it'll be a massive mistake. And I think at this point, there's only three guys that should win the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns, Jey Uso. I'm kidding. Relax, chat. Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, or Cody Rhodes. And it should not be Cody Rhodes. And I just don't believe it will be Sami Zayn.
I'm going to tell you why I don't think it's Sami Zayn either. We're going to get into that right now because we're switching over to the blue brand, SmackDown. Drew McIntyre, Sean, is your new WWE Undisputed Champion, even though it is disputed. He is the new champ. Good for Drew. He won that cage match. I did like the mixing with him and Cody and Jacob Fatu. I don't know if you want to get into that whole thing and split it up, but let's talk Cody, Drew, and
Jacob. It was a muffled way to do it, but I'll tell you one thing: muffled or not, finally they made the right decision. I was so tired of seeing Drew McIntyre lose title match after title match, opportunity after opportunity. I've said it before. I'll say it again, chat. I know you may not agree. Conrad, you may not agree. Cody Rhodes is stale, bro. Cody Rhodes is stale. Now, the problem is that they put Jacob Fatu in a weird position because you don't know whether to cheer him or boo him. I'm going to cheer him regardless because I love him. But at the end of the day, he attacked Drew. Then, in my mind, he attacked Cody because Cody was minding Jacob Fatu's business and wouldn't stay out of his affairs. Like, if I were Cody Rhodes, this is from a logical standpoint. If the fight was real, we all know wrestling is predetermined. But we're trying to make it seem like legitimate here, right? So at the end of the day, what is Cody Rhodes stopping Jacob Fatu from beating up Drew McIntyre for? Stupid. Mind your own business.
Did you hear? I think it was me and BJ when we were talking about the match. Did you hear how we said we would have done it instead of having like Jacob in the cage and all that stuff?
I heard bits and pieces. I was actually trying to figure out what I was doing as far as my wrist.
when he opened up the cage and he was in front of him, what he should have did was grab Drew and pull him out, and then it was like, ding ding ding, and then you hear the bell, and then Cody's like, "What did you just cost me the title?" He's like, "That ain't got nothing to do with me," blah blah blah. And then Cody and him could have then just started there. That's it. Right. That's enough right there. Like, you just cost me the title, making me a casualty in this, but this was for my championship. Like, I'm the guy around here, and you just that would have been way better, I thought, than the whole like he's in the ring, Cody grabs him, and like you said.
All that being said, I am thrilled. I am thrilled that Cody Rhodes is no longer the World Wrestling Entertainment Champion, because to me, it's been stale for quite some time. It's been annoying for quite some time. Just like him standing there with his big goofy grin makes me sick to my stomach. I can't stand him. Every time he talks, it's like, what do you want to talk about? Anything but you. That's where I'm at with it.
It's the anniversary of that promo too in AEW. I just watched a little bit of it today, and I was just listening to him talking. I was like, this was such a weird promo. Like, looking back at it.
It was.
And awkward, and he just keeps saying it. So it's what it is.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, what they really need to do is they need to get Cody away from the title and get him refreshed. I think Cody Rhodes has run his course as WWE champion. I think him winning the Royal Rumble would be a massive mistake. And I think, honestly, him winning the Royal Rumble would have a similar effect. I'm about to take you on a little history lesson, Conrad. It would take me to a time where CM Punk won back-to-back Money in the Banks.
Which I don't think was the wrong thing, because he filled in. I think Jeff was supposed to win that one at WrestleMania 24, and they're like, let's switch it. All right, give it to this kid. And then 25 was probably really supposed to be his time, and they were like, But I feel like that one they knew what it was going to do, though. They knew, like, instantly. I'll cash in on Jeff. Now I can turn heel, and this will be great. Jacob, I'm interested to see how they play this off with him. Is Jacob versus Cody a WrestleMania match to you? Like, Jacob, like, no title on the line? Because I'm convinced now, and I might have said different with BJ last week, but I'm starting to think now that, like, Drew can go into WrestleMania as the champion. You can definitely do this.
First things first, Cody and Jacob is a Saturday Night's Main Event match.
But I'm saying, can they build this up to something more?
Oh,
This becomes a WrestleMania match, or do you think this is just
tough? That's tough. Not that it hasn't been done before. I mean,
or are we going to see? Listen, I think you're right with Cody not winning the Rumble. Is Cody going to come in and win the Chamber in Chicago then and be like, "All right, Drew"?
Okay, you know what? Let me clarify that. I'm glad you brought that up. That's why you're the best in the business. Let me clarify my stance. Cody Rhodes should not win the Chamber or the Rumble.
Okay, fair point. James, our good friend from the Pro Wrestling Shoe, says, do we see a tie, perhaps? A throwback to Luger Brett, little 94 Rumble. Two guys go over at the same time. I personally don't think you want to muddy the waters if Cody's going to win it again. Austin winning 3 times was a lot, too, even back then. Like, when he won the third one, I was cool with it, but I was like, all right, where are we going with this? And, I don't know if you want to do that again with Cody. I don't know.
I just think you need to – I think Cody has been – see, it's a tough word using the word flop. I don't think he's been a flop as the world champion, but I just think we all need to separate our minds from WrestleMania 40. Again, I've said it 1,001 times. They had the whole left wing of the Hall of Fame in that match.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I'm going to be probably the one that gets a little hate today for this. I personally believe, so what you said about 40 is how I feel about 38 a little bit. The night Cody came out, I can remember it. I had a sound effect of Derek getting mad about it. I still have it. He couldn't believe it. When Cody came out and he had his entrance and he did that, he was the first guy to leave. And I always said this on my AEW podcast, live every Wednesday after Dynamite. I've always said this, bro. The first person who leaves is going to get treated like gold because they want everyone to come over afterwards. Now, have they had some people that have missed a little bit? Yeah, Alexis King and others, perhaps you could argue like, yeah, they're not doing so hot. But Cody was the first, and they loved him for that. Sean, they were down bad. Who did you think Roman was going to beat if Cody never came in? Like, go back to that time, WrestleMania 38. I'm trying to put your brain back into that spot. Bloodline is running hot. Rock's going to lose to Roman at WrestleMania 38. Who was the guy to beat Roman? Because you had built this thing up to something so great.
I have an answer for you, but it's not.
I said you get someone from AEW, or it's going to have to be Braun Breaker. You're going to have to build some new guy no one's ever seen before. Like, but there was no one on the roster that was believable.
There was, Conrad. There was. I number one, let me acknowledge what you're saying is 100% facts. The Cody Rhodes thing was set up to be that way as soon as he signed on the dotted line, and I agree with you completely. But I do not believe that Braun Breaker or Cody, or Braun Breaker was the only option outside of it. They already had the guy that could beat Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is the only guy that has already beaten Roman Reigns. It was by disqualification. Seth Rollins defeating Roman Reigns, the Shield. By the way, that payoff has never happened, by the way, as of yet. Still
never happened.
So that's the answer to that question, Conrad. And I don't know if you agree or disagree. My answer is Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins could have been the guy, in my opinion.
I think so with the right story, but they just seem. Here's what I'm saying, Sean. They did stuff where I was like, "You're never going to go back to this, are you?" You made him like the U.S. champ. We're cashing in the briefcases on U.S. titles. I'm like, we're not going back to this, are we? Like, they're just going to avoid this, even though Seth was the only guy he never beat.
Seth Rollins being the only guy that Roman's not been able to beat. I'm talking about going through WrestleMania 40 and then not capitalizing on it is exactly what's wrong with WWE. I mean, it's like I got peanut butter on bread. I got jelly or jam on bread. All I got to do is go like this. But for some reason, they're content eating one piece of bread with peanut butter, eating one piece of jam with jam, and wondering why nobody's ever fulfilled.
Interesting.
WWE is an unmade peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Uncrustables, right?
There you go. So I mean, to me, it's almost a no-brainer. Seth Rollins should have been the guy at WrestleMania 40, 100%.
Instead, he was the guy taking the L to the new guy coming in.
The new guy.
And what have I told you? What position is Seth in? That I've always called it.
You don't mean it to be disrespectful, but you do call it the Macho Man position. Yes.
They tell you you're the best. People will come out. The fans will tell you you're the best. But guess what? Not this guy. No.
Right.
Can't do that, you know. MJB, what's good, man? I appreciate you.
BJ, I appreciate you, man.
This means a lot coming from BJ. He said Hogan must pose, Cody must rose. That's the mentality now, and I'm a Cody fan, and that's a Cody fan saying that. Like,
I'm surprised you're still a Cody fan, or at least not a little bit less of one.
Seth should be the guy by the logic, but you know it's WWE.
That sounds like a good idea. You know what that means.
Clown says Cody and Jacob is going to be one and done after Saturday night's main event unless Cody turns because the crowd will treat it like Jake versus Hogan and Jacob will be cheered louder for doing cool things. I think he meant
Rock Hogan, if I'm not mistaken.
No. I think he's talking about Jake the Snake.
Oh,
DDT Hulk Hogan.
Oh, okay.
On the Snake Pit.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Let me see here. WWE's dry white toast. Here we go.
Serious. Makes you like, give me something.
Now we're looking at this 4-way going into Saturday night's main event, which will be. Is that this Saturday?
It is this Saturday.
Here we go. I got something to do now on Saturday. Randy Orton, Sami Zayn, Damian
You always
Priest.
have something to do, bro. You're a father and a husband, brother. You're never unbusy.
I got my eyes glued to something, at least to watch on my phone or whatever here. And Trick Williams. These are the 4. Where is this event, Sean? As you can see in the bottom corner.
Oh, please. It's in Montreal.
Sammy's going to win this. Sammy is going to the Rumble. Sammy is not winning at the Royal Rumble, though.
Nope.
Like, I'm here to tell you, like, it's not going down.
Nope.
This is to protect him not winning the Rumble because people will cheer for him.
Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth.
They're not dumb. Bro, when Bryan Danielson in 2015 got tossed over the top rope and then Shattered Dreams played, they did that on purpose. This stuff is mapped out to a T, bro. This company knows what they're doing with this.
It is.
Is it now? Could you go with Randy here? Like Randy Orton comes back in that short amount of time, Sean. I don't even have him up here to talk about him, but I guess we'll just bring him up now. Like We never did the Randy and Cody match. Why?
Again, it's one of those things that just doesn't make any sense. It was written. It was right there for us. The story
layup, Sean. I lobbed it to you by yourself. Yo, just put it in, man. That's it.
The story tells itself. The story tells itself, and WWE just refuses to do it because I don't know how many times I have. Oh, I've been gone for 3 weeks. Okay, WWE does not care what you want. I just wanted to. I don't know. It's been a little while, so maybe people forgot.
Yeah, when Sean says the classic, you know what that means. That means they're not going to do it.
Give me a break, bro. It's pathetic. It's really pathetic, honestly.
Yeah, and we also have a matchup here with Jacob and Cody. And Sean, I want to talk about some of the positive things. We do have a new United States champion. When we last talked, it was still Ilya Dragunov was running the game out here, man. Carmelo Hayes is back. Mm-hmm. And he is the United States champion. Good call. I still think people have to cheer for him if you want to see the guy do more, but I'm digging his run thus far.
Totally. Listen, I'm a big fan of Carmelo Hayes. It's about time he got some flowers. I do think that him and Trick Willie are on a collision course at some point in time, and I love that. I love that for both of them.
Yeah, good for him. And Trick's in that other match. How about this guy, man? This is a lot of people are calling for him to win the Royal Rumble. I would not be mad at it. I mean, do you give him that Brock Lesnar style push? Like, yo, come on in and do your thing, man. You can't. Sean, I'm the proponent of this. There are certain people you cannot screw up. I felt like this about Nakamura. You cannot screw this up. You have gold handed to you. Like, this guy is over. The song is over. All you have to do is just do this right. And everything's going to be fine. I'm not saying the guy's going to be undefeated forever. He's never going to do this. But when he gets to the main event, you have to treat it right. I feel the same way with Oba. Like, you have to do this right.
Every coin has two sides, right? There's an opportunity here, but you have to play it right, like you just said. And if you're going to have Oba Femi, which I have no problem with, win the Royal Rumble, there's two routes you can go. And one route is the route you just articulated, which is the Shinsuke Nakamura route. And then the other route is the route you also articulated, which is the Brock Lesnar route. If Oba Femi wins this Royal Rumble match, he must win at WrestleMania.
Destroy whoever he is facing. They are donezo.
Yes.
And everyone on the path to that, like, you are getting crushed.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with him, but I hope they treat him right. And how do you feel about him? How do you NXT title? He just left it in the ring. Like, he beats Leon Slater from TNA, and he just left the title in the ring. NXT is a mess, bro. I don't know how you feel about that either, but to me, I was done. I'm like, what are we doing with this brand?
NXT is a mess, but that particular aspect of NXT, I did not have a problem with. Oba Femi leaving the title behind is the best thing that WWE could have done. You did not have to. I understand the natural progression of things is for people to leave on their back. Okay, whatever. Everybody doesn't have to smile while getting choked out by Gunther on their way out the door. Okay. He won. He successfully retained. He walked out. Nobody beat him. He's the king of NXT. Here's the belt. I'm moving on. And yes, I did make John Cena reference because that was stupid too.
I just don't understand why Ricky Saints had to lose, and then you call like everyone up. Like, who's left down there, Sean?
If you're talking about the depleted NXT roster, that's a different conversation.
Yeah, but you left Ricky Saints down there, so why'd you take the belt off of him then? Like,
well, Ricky Saints is probably going to win the ladder match.
Yeah, but I just didn't understand why we did stuff the way we did it. Like, if there was foresight, is what I'm saying. Like, okay, why did we do it this way then? But listen, it's what it is. It made Oba look strong. We're moving forward. NXT.
Yeah, it made him look strong. Yes.
We talked about football earlier and the rebuilding of teams. Like, my team's probably going through that. Your team's going through that. That's what NXT is going through. Like, you have to get these new evolved people over.
Let me encourage you a little bit, a little off subject. You guys are not rebuilding. You guys are going to be right. You guys are. You just got eliminated in the second round of the playoffs. You guys are not rebuilding. You guys are going into a new. You guys could win a Super Bowl with your first year building and a first-year coach
with the right moves.
You got to understand when you have the best quarterback in football. So just be encouraged with that.
What I want to say this though, with NXT, let's go back to this. With NXT, you have to make the right moves as well, though. Like, because in a year from now, I'm interested to see how me and you are talking about these moves that they made.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll bring up the next person that I want to talk about, which is Jade Cargill. Has she defended that anybody on television?
No, she has not.
And Jordan Grace is up there, and she's going to challenge her for this. Listen, Jordan Grace will probably work a really solid match with her. But where are we going?
I told you before, Jade Cargill is your forever WWE Women's Champion. Jade Cargill is going to successfully defend at WrestleMania.
Is the match Bianca?
Yeah.
I think it is. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Since there's no Naomi.
That's the problem. I mean, not that it's a problem. God bless you're having a baby, but yeah.
Yeah, and I feel bad for. I hope Bianca's fingers healed. Like that thing left her out for most of the year.
Let me revise what I just said. Jade Cargill is going to successfully defend at WrestleMania if she doesn't defend against Bianca Belair. If Bianca Belair is back, then Bianca Belair is going to take it from her.
Oh goodness! Hold on, I missed some of these comments. Does WWE think Seth's injury prone? I don't think so. It just happens, but I don't think
he's had injuries. But if you really think about it and break it down, they've been several years apart.
Yeah. Don't worry. WWE Unreal will explain. Triple H and Road Dogg will say otherwise, like they did with R-Truth. Yeah, I saw that already. I'm sure Sean may have a summarized review for us if he watches it this week. I don't know about that because I didn't watch it last time. I may just go with Sean and just say, "Tell me what happened on this, bro." Delayed Grats, welcome, man. Appreciate it.
Delayed Grats, what up, man?
That picture looks AI. It was real. I think I just got it from a different source. Let me see here. Oba does have the run-in with Drew from Saturday Night's Main Event. That's true. Trick should win. I don't think they're going to do it, though. I think what Sean said makes the most sense. They're going to put him with Carmelo Hayes eventually. That might be your WrestleMania match for
I think so, for the United States Championship, yeah.
MJB asked, what are they doing with the Wyatt 6? So Howdy isn't good enough for main event gold? I think the Wyatt 6 is a tough spot because you kind of messed up what was going on with the tag division.
Yep.
That division was cooking a little bit there, and then we kind of got to
for a quick minute. It was, but not anymore.
Speaking of that, thank you, MJB. What happened to these guys, Sean? Where did they go?
From what I've been reading and doing my research on, they are being held off TV to refresh. Whatever that means.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
WWE is just squandering these two guys. And honestly, and I know Quills is thinking this, probably people like Guy Will Gamble, Emily Z, like, this is uncomfortable. This is uncomfortable. Those two men are not injured, Conrad. They are not injured. They are just being held off of television. And I cannot for the life of me understand why. No heel turn, no split up, no staying together, no nothing. And it's beyond my realm of understing.
When you've lost DIY, like Tommaso Ciampa sounds like he's gone. So Johnny Gargano's been doing the solo thing.
Tommaso Ciampa's out the door.
Kit Wilson is out there by himself. Best wishes to Elton. Like, I saw his neck injury, brutal, by the way, when you watch how it actually happened. Mm-hmm. But
Kit Wilson.
Sean, you're missing tag teams. Where's Motor City Machine Guns you hired?
Haven't seen them. And, I don't watch the main event, but I'm actually curious to watch that show because I bet you see people like Motor City on there. And that's really a shame.
Oh, I did not know that. Someone said the Speed titles have been defended more than Jade's title.
It's a fact.
I just didn't think about that. I didn't know that. That's crazy. Unbelievable, man. I hope the Street Profits are brought back soon. I guess this is going to lead us into news things as we are winding down here. Leon Slater. So this could get into TNA. I kind of want you to avoid it, Sean. But how do you feel about him? He worked WWE, but he couldn't appear at TNA. So since he had visa issues and they were in his area, he was allowed to work the WWE show.
Yeah, conflict of interest. I don't like it.
I think it was just a bad optics look. Like,
Yeah,
so
it looks,
you couldn't be
but
here,
it looks bad optically because it's a conflict of interest.
brother's got a new grill. He's smiling. He's been on
Mm-hmm.
WWE a lot lately. Just saying. I think he's gone.
I don't like it. I don't like it. It feels like poaching to me.
It's not poaching if you agree to it.
There you go. Touche.
Yeah. Let's talk here. I'm going to jump all over the place here with some of these. JDC, formerly known as Fandango, has officially retired from pro wrestling. I like the Chris Candido, Terry Funk pants. If you didn't know, JDC's been doing this since like 1999. They put together a little video package for him. Hardworking guy, man. He's done this for a long time, and a lot of people seem like they really loved him in the wrestling business. Sometimes you're behind the scenes and you do your thing. I'm happy for the guy. I hope that he went out, and I hope he's happy with his career. Best thing I can say.
He had some independent success. He won a WrestleMania match against Chris Jericho, no matter how controversial that may have been. He had this thing, which was, to me, I'm never going to judge anybody for doing this when I'm cool with everybody doing this. So to me, I have a lot of respect for people who get over. He got over by any means necessary.
If you could have seen my face when I was in the building that night at WrestleMania 29,
yep.
and people were doing this, I was like, that's the best dancing we could do, y'all. Like, come on, man.
That's the corniness of it. But but again, like the Fandango dance, it was over. It was over. And to me,
I think you would have been Intercontinental Champ if you didn't get concussed.
Yeah.
Him and Ziggler were victims at that time for that.
Right. All you can do is get over. And I'm never going to have a problem with somebody getting over.
Yeah.
So I wish him very well in his future endeavors.
We also have the Inspiration, formerly known as the Iconics. They're done with TNA, but they have interest from outside of the company.
Sure,
I don't know who that is or where that is, but there are WWE and AEW do have women's tag titles. What do you think of them, Sean? Is that someone that you would consider bringing up? I feel like they took that time, like when they first went to TNA, like people were into it, and I feel like the second run, like too much time has passed, and it's kind of
anytime a company spits in your face and says you're not good enough, don't go out, make a name for yourself, and come back and think that it's going to be like that you're doing anybody but them a favor. Cody Rhodes, to me, I'll never respect him because of what he did. They spat in his face, said he wasn't good enough. He went out, made a name for himself, and came back. It will be the same thing for the Iconics or anybody else. If you fire me, I am not Matt Cardona. CM Punk. Well, no, CM Punk left, so that's different. CM Punk left. But when you get fired and somebody looks you in the face and
wait a minute, technically he was fired on his wedding day.
Well, technically that's true, but there's extenuating circumstances. All I got to say for the Iconics or anybody else, Conrad, my name is Sean Hubbard. I'm telling you, Conrad, you're fired. Conrad goes out and becomes the biggest star in all, what you already are pretty much, but goes out and becomes the biggest star in all of podcasting. And then I want you back. You should tell me to kick rocks, and you should tell me in a much more vulgar way.
Yeah, well, it depends on how you end things, and that's why it's important how you speak to people and how you treat people.
Right. Well, I'm telling you that you're not good enough, and I don't want you on my show anymore. But you know what? Oh, 6 months, 8 months, a year later, you're popping now. Oh, want to come back?
How big's that bag?
Well, to me, there's no bag big enough for my self-respect.
There's levels to it. There's levels sometimes. It depends. Like I said, it depends on how things went, and I'm a totality person. But yeah, like the way you treat people on the way out definitely will matter. Because someone will turn. Listen, I've turned down coming back to jobs before for more money. Like, no,
Same
I'm not
here.
coming back.
Same here.
Not coming back.
I was mistreated at a job for years. I told you the story behind the scenes. Mistreated at a job for years. The last week before I left, when they finally realized I wasn't playing, they offered me $20,000 more a year. I said, no, thank you.
Sometimes the stress ain't worth it as well, since you've already been there. Clown said, speaking of AI, did you see the AAA promo with Dom? So was the AEW logo really on that in that promo with AI? Like, that is crazy if it's true. I've seen the picture floating around where it said AEW on the Mega Championship. Mm-hmm. I would be tight if I
nuts. That's very, oh my God. Ugh.
But hey, that's what you want. If you want to mess with AI a lot, that's what you're gonna get. So let's see here. Boom, boom. We had
Cabana.
Yeah, nice. Signed. The Rascals were signed, all four of them by AEW. Now, once again, you're playing with fire. Tony Khan and WWE are gonna burn you. They got money. So they snatched them up from TNA. They were not on contracts. And we found out that 3 of them showed up on Collision, Sean, but we found out about Trey Miguel. And apparently, according to Dave Meltzer, that the call came from above. It was not AEW or Tony Khan, but I'm sure people at WBD did their research. I think they found some past social media stuff from Trey Miguel. Sean, do you want this or you want me to take it?
I got it. The quote is, or tweet, whatever X thing was, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, in my time. I've always apologized and did my best to put a better foot forward after. I don't preach hate, and I don't take any pride in being hateful. I'm a man of faith. I believe in forgiveness and only ever preach that. I'm a different man today.
I kind of looked up some of the things that it's 2 situations that I think it could be, depending on what they're upset about. This is going into the realm of the Jay Briscoe territory. How do you feel about wrestlers' past tweets, social media activity and behavior coming back up, and then they are kind of ousted from positions, more money and things like that?
I think if you dig, you're going to find. But that's not always fair in certain situations. I mean, if you dig and you find something egregious, but if you dig and find something questionable, I don't know. It's a tough thing because he has what was said and whatever. It is egregious. It is egregious, and it's something that. You can't. Whatever happens in the dark comes to the light, man. You got to be cognizant of how you move, bro.
Yeah. There's a reason why I know I could probably over promote my shows, but I don't like talking on social media a lot. There's a reason why. Just because people will save a tweet, won't do that, and everything else. Yeah. So I did see some of the stuff that was said. Also, you got to remember in wrestling, we're dealing with younger people usually, 20s. Sometimes 18, 19-year-olds, sometimes they're high schoolers, depending on the state. And they do and say immature things, but people, I like to believe people can grow, change, be better. And if you can see that, if you can feel that, and if you can believe that, then I think that's okay. But I also get from the business side, like the people who are spending the money, they're going to do their research on you. And they're like, yo, this came to light. Like, what is this?
I'm a huge proponent of redemption. However, there's levels and limits to everything. I see something that's beyond the realm of forgiveness. I mean, I'm not God, so I'm not going to say I'm not going to forgive. God tells us to forgive everything, but I'm not that. Just because I forgive you doesn't mean I have to hire you.
Mm-hmm. Touche. And they might be feeling that same way. Sean, keeping it moving here. WWE interested in Powerhouse Hobbs. I put that in before. It looks like Powerhouse Hobbs is gone from AEW. They recently lost the Trios Championships, and things are moving, man. How you feel about Hobbs going to WWE? I saw some people saying, hey, Street Profits, we got a new guy for you. Who said it? It was James, I think. He was in here coming in with the troll. Yeah, here it is. You'll be paired with him soon.
Yeah, I'm never going to knock a person for getting their money, right?
And I hope he got the bag too.
Well, if he got anything less than that,
because they said Tony offered him way more money too to stay.
Well,
but
see, that's ridiculous. But see, to me, that makes it even worse. I'm actually sad you told me that. Thank you for informing me, though. WWE has always been, has been, and continues to be universally recognized as the #1 brand in sports entertainment. But if you bleed AEW gold, as you say you do, and you want AEW to have a chance to eventually get to that plateau, you can't just leave whenever you can't continue to leave. You can't continue to feed into that narrative that I like that, BJ. You can't continue to feed into that narrative that, hey, once I get a chance, I'm gone. Once I get an opportunity, I'm gone. Because that, and I'm very passionate about this, Conrad, because I'm a big advocate of All Elite Wrestling. And I want to see All Elite Wrestling succeed. CM Punk going to All Elite Wrestling was a major coup. But unfortunately, Cody Rhodes going to WWE was equally as huge. And to me, started this downward spiral of WWE is better. AEW, as popular as it may be, is still going to come in second place. And I think this Power Hobbs defection, I say that with a raised eyebrow because I know it's a heavy word, but I think this Power Hobbs defection, because you got to remember, you got to remember, AEW, as amazing out the gate as it came, the press conference with Jericho and Omega and Nyla Rose and Jericho, AEW was seen as the place of redemption for those that WWE didn't give a proper opportunity to. That's what it was. That's what it was from the start. And that's what the revolution was about. That's what the revolution was about. It was about, hey, WWE, remember this guy who you said was no good? Remember this girl that you said was under talented and was not going to be able to be a star? Well, guess what? I got a show on Wednesday nights on TNT that says otherwise. So for Hobbs or anyone else, Penta, whoever, Ray Phoenix.
And those are names that they should view as well. Don't just look at the top
Right.
guys.
No, right. No, totally. That's why I mentioned them, Conrad. For them to essentially say, hey, you know what? This is where I'd rather be because this is the major leagues of professional wrestling. To me, it's sacrilege, bro. It really is. It really bothers me. And because of actions just like this, WWE will always be number one. But we have to get out of that mindset. We have to get out of that mindset.
I have said this for so long that it is definitely a mindset thing here. But here I can justify Hobbs because I told Sean this too. Ahead, people are going to switch sides. I think Jericho going to WWE was a smart move. You get stale after a while in a certain place. Like you can't just stay here and just keep like floating in this whatever this is, whatever you're stuck in right now. And I feel like, okay, there's another place to go. Let's go across the street and see what's in that shop. And I think that's what happened with Hobbs here. Like, okay, we're going to go across the street. Let's see what we're doing. And let's get into this. And Hobbs made a move. Cool. We'll see how it plays out for him. Maybe it pays up big. Maybe it doesn't. He was a guy on AEW Dark. And look at how far he got. Main eventing Dynamites. He was in pay-per-view ending angles. Like, I just don't want to hear they fumbled. To me, that's overused term. Like they fumbled Hobbs. I'm sure they're going to be chanting Tony fumbled when it happens. Rah, 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 whatever. I'm not listening to any of that.
Miracle. Jade Cargill is on that list as well.
Yeah. AEW looked out for many wrestlers during the pandemic for sure. You want to put a bow on this or say anything else with this?
Yeah,
Sean?
no, let's do it, man. I appreciate it. It's been I love this, loving it.
Or hold on. I'm gonna run through these real quick and then we'll go to TNA and then we'll get out of here. AEW's MJF went to do an independent show. Apparently, he's on like a Harley Race Ric Flair tour. He's going to defend the belt everywhere. And he offered a contract on behalf of AEW to Jordan Oliver and Alec Price, the Brain and the Bustas. And they've joined AEW. Fantastic talents if you've never seen them at Limitless Wrestling. So AEW is gearing up for a lot of talent. So knowing Jericho's gone, but they're picking up people. It seems like an arms race right now to grab independent talent because WWE's back looking at independent talent. They've had tryouts and everything recently.
And I'll say this too. I mean, MJF is a little kind of a scumbag, but he's a scumbag for money-making purposes. That's why him re-signing with AEW to me was so huge.
That's why Tony was like, look, I'm going to give you this money, but I need a long-term deal then.
Yeah.
You're signing for smart move. Like I said, I know the promoter doesn't want to look like a chump though either, But MJF's demanding the money. He was probably on like those first year deals. He's like, dude, do you look at the numbers I'm bringing to you? and I can understand that. Tanahashi cut some of the loveliest hair in pro wrestling. He cut off all of his hair, and he is now truly an executive. So he's out in these streets. I had to just put that up because I was just like, oh man, Tanahashi.
You know what?
Look
The
like
haircut kind of brings it home a little bit more.
Yeah, he's definitely done. But we'll miss the ace. Good for him though. 50 sold out the Tokyo Dome, Sean. Like good for him.
Fantastic.
TNA, man, they made their Impact debut on AMC, Sean, in Dallas, Texas, Curtis Caldwell Center. They had to change a lot of this card. Byron Reed was supposed to face Leon Slater. That match didn't happen. Santana gets back the title. Like, what did you think of this? Like, some people are calling this a disastrous debut.
Nah, I think it was fine. I mean, especially with the debut of Sonya Deville. I mean, I have no problem with it. It was fine.
I can see why people said it was disastrous too, though. On a show called Total Nonstop Action, 22 minutes of wrestling, it's 2 hours, bro.
No, I agree. There was a lot of talking. I'll give you that.
They to me, it felt like they were someone else and not themselves. And I think the other thing that hurt it, Sean, I watched on the AMC app, and guess what? I missed an entire match. Like, it just didn't come back. And and people were sitting there online like, what happened? Wow. We come back and it's finished and there's new champs. And I was like,
weird.
Okay. Yeah, just stuff they have to get together. We'll see how they do, man. I don't know if everything came out with how the show did. It, according to Cage Match and the people online there, they were not feeling it.
It's never going to have massive ratings, but you just want it to be watchable.
No, but Cage Match's fans saying like how they felt about the show, Sean, and they gave it like a 1.6, and this is like out of 10. So
yeah, that's tough.
And then we had TNA Genesis, which I thought was a much better show. They followed up with. I had fun with this one. I don't know where Macklin is. They definitely need to re-sign Macklin. I was worried about that Moose spot in the match. Joe Hendry came back and penned Cedric Alexander. A lot happened on this show that I was just like, okay. So some good, some bad, some in the middle. But they did their thing, and I'm sure we'll still be watching it again for future shows. But
yeah, I mean, TNA pay-per-views are watchable.
Yeah. So make sure you guys go out of your way, check out TNA Genesis. I believe there's a replay on Triller TV if you guys want to get into it. TNA Plus sounded like they were struggling the other day. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't know if there was free signups or whatever, but it did not sound good what was happening with that. We kind of talked about what happened on Raw, the good things. I actually thought Raw was a thumbs up show today. I thought it was
wasn't
pretty
bad.
Decent for what it was. But yeah, man. Brother Sean. Oh, Feaster fired this Thursday. Yeah, so we're gonna find out who's not there. I hope Macklin's not getting a because I heard he removed all the TNA stuff from his bio. I hope they're not gonna give him one of those cases, man.
I'm telling you, that's what it looks like.
Goodness, man. The Elegance brand was horrible. The guy who joined, who's Mr. Elegance, he was from Fourth Rope. I watched him wrestle. He's actually pretty solid.
Nice. Good for him getting a job.
Yeah. Quills. I love it, man. Sean, man, let's get him on out of here, man. We did it felt good to be back with you tonight. We were a little off on some of the things, but that's a little rust. We can work that out, but it felt good, like just talking wrestling with you again.
Absolutely fantastic being back. I don't even know what we were off on, man. I thought we did a great job, man. I appreciate you.
I'm just talking about where I tried to like butt in.
No,
like
I'm just joking. No, it was fantastic. I really appreciate it. Being back with you was fantastic. Being back with the chat was fantastic. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being here. We are back, man. Conrad's been holding it down with some guest hosts, but your boy is back. Sean is back, and I'm ready to rock and roll each and every Monday night. So make sure you check us out. Obviously, be sure to check out Conrad and my guy Derek as they do their AEW review every Wednesday night immediately following AEW's presentation of Dynamite. Make sure you look out for episodes of Hubbard coming up pretty soon. I'm getting back on my grind again, so look out for some new stuff. And as always, right back here, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time, Monday night for Clash of the Podcasters. That's
EPW Awards tomorrow too, 7.
Yes, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Make sure you check out Conrad's EPW Awards. I did vote, and I think some of the votes you'll see. Sean voted for that guy. You'll pretty much be able to pick up on that. But anyway, with that being said, man, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time next Monday night. Tomorrow night, the EPW Awards right here at 7 p.m. Honor to be here. So on behalf of my good friend Conrad Cushman, my name is Sean, and we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Clash of the Podcast. God bless. Be encouraged. Evil never prevails. Man, it was good to see that, and so good to say that, and so good to be back. See you next week, y'all. Peace.